Hi, everyone. We are now live. My name is Brian. I'm with DoraHacks. I will be one of the hosts of today's opening ceremony, and I would like to invite everyone for joining the opening ceremony for another portion of Polygon's DevX Global Tour Hackathon. This hackathon is focused in Europe, Middle East, and African regions and their developer communities, and we're very, very excited to be able to present this hackathon to the DoraHacks and Polygon communities. We think this is a very exciting opportunity for developers to participate in a very unique hackathon. Polygon and their sponsors have offered a very generous prize pool of $80,000 available to the top projects that submit to this hackathon. And we think that it's a very great opportunity to develop some interesting projects if you haven't yet. Overall, the purpose of this hackathon is to showcase for developers to showcase their skills and create innovative solutions to improve the blockchain ecosystem, in particular Polygon. And Polygon Labs is dedicated, of course, to supporting different scaling solutions for Polygon protocols and engaging with other ecosystem developers to help make scalable, affordable, and secure and sustainable blockchain infrastructure for Web3 available to developers. And this hackathon is a part of that philosophy in supporting the best ecosystem projects and critical core innovations for this type of mission. I'd also like to mention that in addition to the prize pool, the DevX Hackathon provides a unique opportunity for the top 5 winners to showcase their projects at Polygon Connect, which is a premier networking event featuring top VCs, builders, and experts in the Web3 space. And basically, I'm just trying to share once again, how exciting this opportunity is for the DoraHacks community and Polygon communities overall. So with that being said, I'd like to welcome our amazing sponsors and organizers for this event. The Polygon team is here on this opening ceremony. Along with them are their bounty partners and sponsors such as Trust Wallet, Circle, Rally Protocol, and IFSCA on this call to present their bounty tracks. So please welcome them to this opening ceremony. And I'd also like to welcome everyone in the audience for attending, everyone that wants to learn more about this hackathon, any developers in the audience that are interested in learning more about the hackathon and potentially participating. This is definitely the session to attend, as we'll be going over all of the details related to the hackathon and providing some ideas about what to build as well. Before we shift over to Polygon team's presentation, I would just love to point out, if you have any questions at all during this opening ceremony, please feel free to type your questions in the chat if you're watching this live streamed. We'll get them answered here. You can also feel free to reach out to me directly. My Telegram's @BrianDora, and if you ping me, I'll be happy to refer your questions to all of our co-hosts today. And the last thing I'll say is, if you're not a part of the Polygon developer community yet, please join it. You can find a link to join it right on the hackathon page on DoraHacks, which I'll show everyone in the audience in a little bit. And if you have any questions about the hackathon, we're looking to find teammates, interact with judges, interact with the core team, ask any technical questions, that's definitely the place to do it. I'm sure you'll be able to find all of your answers there. So without further ado, I would love to turn it over to Aman from Polygon to present an overview of DevX and just why Polygon is excited to be hosting this hackathon in general. Aman, welcome.
Thanks a lot, Brian, for that. And thanks a lot to all the sponsors and the partners that we have and the audience that is viewing us from their homes right now. Thanks a lot, everyone. So starting with the overall vision behind having this DevX tour is that like when we started early in this year, like the main idea was to have something very special for the developers and builders in this BR market where we can complete the whole loop of builders, right? Like starting from meeting new developers to going out to giving them a new opportunity to build out in public, and then finally helping them out to in their journey towards founder. And this is like one of the core motives of Polygon DevRel or Polygon Dev Studio overall for the rest of the year and for the upcoming years as well, where we want more and more builders to succeed in their own journeys. And when I say that succeed in their own journeys, it means like helping them with support that we can give to them, including the marketing support or the building support or the platform to showcase their products, and then finally to finally move ahead to go out in public and raise funds and finally become one of the few unicorns on Polygon. And trust me, when I say the few unicorns, it just doesn't mean like 5 or 10. It just means if we want to go with the hundreds of unicorns in on Polygon ecosystem. So so we're for DevX tour, we for Europe DevX tour EMEA, which is Europe, Middle East, and Africa. We went on with 8 cities, including Zagreb, Amsterdam, London, Lisbon, Paris, Berlin, and Lagos, and I think uh, and in Kenya, right? And in Nairobi. So I'm so excited about this new part where we are starting with the 3 weeks, sorry, 1 month of hackathon, where we are giving the opportunities to hackers from all of the Europe, Middle East, and Africa to build out their next product. And I'm super thankful to the sponsor, Rally Protocol, and Fala Network, and Eat Global, to and Circle to come together, to having come together with us to make this possible, and giving the opportunities to developers with the bounties and the ideas and the support that they need for building out their next protocol. And one of the few benefits of building on the Polygon ecosystem is the ecosystem as itself in itself, right? So when we talk about Polygon has users, it simply means that we are hyper focused on having more and more users and builders on Polygon ecosystem, and that directly correlates with the kind of benefits we give out to the protocols. It directly relates to the liquidity to your next project. It directly relates to the next million or billion users to your ecosystem, and the amount of number of products that we have for your next project. So we have ZK EVM, which is the ZK focus EVM Ethereum virtual machine, where you can simply deploy your Solidity code to build out your next step. We are coming up with Maiden, we have Polygon ID, we are coming up with Supernets, right? So these all are designed to help builders succeed in their own journey and building out their own DApp, next $1 billion DApp. So again, I won't take a lot of time because I would open a stage for the partners and and we also have a Steph who will be talking about benefits of builders building on Polygon, and in what ways you guys can guys can participate in this hackathon and build out your own product, right? So again, at the end of this speech, I would like to thank our partners, Circle, Fala Network, Rally Protocol, and Eat Global. So handing it over to next speaker here. Thank you so much, Brian.
Thanks, Aman. Yeah, and now I would like to invite AJ, the Senior Vice President of Polygon Developer Studio, up to the stage to share a few words about the DevX tour as well.
Hey, thank you so much. Hi, everyone. GM, Ajay this side. I lead Dev Studio for Polygon Labs. I was at Europe last 2 weeks attending all the guild events that Aman told. And I'm absolutely, I've been to Europe before, but maybe more for travel purpose. But I am absolutely in love with the crypto vibes that's there in Europe. Pretty amazed with what, the continent has got to offer. So looking forward to see, I think, Europe, Middle East, Africa. I think Tony was there in Africa, and I've been hearing great stories from there as well. So please go hack as much as possible, and would love to see the next big thing building out of this hackathon. Use this as an opportunity to, yes, there are some great bounties there. We have great partners from ETH Global, Circle, Trust Wallet, am I missing somebody? Yeah, I think Rally Network as well. So we have great partners who have put out bounties, including Polygon Labs. But I would look at a hackathon as an opportunity to build your next big thing. We always at Polygon looking to support Web3 native builders who are changing the status quo. We don't want to see the same products being built, the same NFT marketplaces, the same liquidity mining protocol. Think innovative, think what you can do different, which can actually create product market fit. So welcome to the the hackathon of the DevX Global Tour. I think Aman beautifully summed up as well. We are doing this as a way in which we want to celebrate the developers and the Polygon ecosystem by doing guild events in cities, and then a hackathon, and then a Polygon Connect as a conference to culminate that, and then go all through the globe. And this is more than a tour; it's a mark of respect for all the ecosystem. You know, what I've seen in ground when I was in Europe is a lot of natural love for Polygon. Developers love building on Polygon. There's a lot of great feedback we get as well. It's not that we are perfect. So that's something I look forward to as well. So please go hack on Polygon, create the next big project. Don't just be a bounty hunter. Go and use this as an opportunity to make this a launchpad for probably the next unicorn launching on Polygon. I wish all of you all the best. And again, I thank all the partners for coming together along with Polygon Labs to make this happen. All the best to everyone. And huge thanks to DoraHacks for making all of this happen.
Thanks, Ajay. I think that was very thorough and concise, and I share your excitement in seeing what builders put together for this hackathon. I think what is going to happen next is we would love to kind of hear more about the ethos of the hackathon, as well as information about some of the bounties that are being published. But before we get there, one very important piece of information I would like to share to developers is actually just how to find this hackathon and how to understand all the details, all of the information related to the overview, and of course, how to participate. So before diving deeper into what the specific bounties are and the purpose for them, I'm actually going to share my screen quite briefly, just to show the DoraHacks platform, as well as show developers how to participate and how to find all the relevant information. So bear with me one moment as I pull up my screen. I believe everyone should be able to see this now. Please, someone shout if you're not, but I think you can. This is the hackathon homepage on DoraHacks. As you can see, our website is dorahacks.io. And at the top tab, if you navigate over to hackathons, you'll arrive here, dorahacks.io/hackathon. When you're submitting a project, this hackathon, please make sure this is the website you're on, and you're not on some phishing website or scam website. Obviously these things can be somewhat prevalent in Web3 at the moment. So just double check your URL that you're on, dorahacks.io/hackathon. As you can see, the Polygon DevX Global Tour Hackathon has been spotlighted right here in the upper right corner. This is where you'll be able to find the hackathon. We will have multiple hackathons like rotate through this highlighted spot, but obviously Polygon DevX Global Tour, because it's current right now, will be here most of the time. But if it's ever not up here, you can find it right here. One of the very first hackathons listed in our overall platform is the DevX Global Tour. So you'll be able to find it right below here. But the first thing you're going to want to do is make an account. I'm already signed in, as you can see, but if you're not, there'll be a sign in button right here, sign up or sign in if you've participated in DoraHacks hackathons previously. But essentially, there's multiple sign-in options. You can sign in with your email. You can sign in with your MetaMask wallet. You could even sign in now with Bitcoin Lightning Wallet if you want to. However, what probably is going to make most sense for most of you as developers is just to sign in directly with your GitHub. This is also an option we offer. Just sign in with your GitHub. It will make it easy for you, because when you submit your projects, you'll have to link the GitHub of the project anyway. So that would be my recommendation. And once you do that, you can navigate over to the DevX Global Tour. And this is what that hackathon page will look like once you're there. Can you all see this? Okay, cool. So this is the Polygon DevX homepage for the hackathon. As you can see, we've got our wonderful sponsors, in addition to Polygon on the right-hand side here, including Circle, ETH Global, Trust Wallet, Rally Protocol, and Follow Network. And if you scroll down, you'll see all of the relevant detail about the hackathon. When I mentioned in my opening remarks about joining the Polygon developer community, this is what I'm referring to right here. It's right at the top of the page. Please join this if you want to connect with other developers who are building on Polygon and participating in this hackathon. If you scroll further down, you can see all of the relevant details about Polygon Labs, about the prize pool of the hackathon, about the Polygon Connect event, and more. Obviously, I just mentioned the list of partners, which you'll be able to find. You'll be able to find the bounty tracks as well. Polygon is sponsoring 50 grand of the bounty. And the other partners are also sponsoring a very large prize pool if you are participating in their bounties as well. You'll find eligibility requirements. You'll find the judge list. We have an all-star judge list. If you're a developer, it's a really exciting opportunity because these judges will be reviewing your projects personally. So it's definitely going to be great exposure if you're building on core technology or very innovative solutions. The mentor list so far is Tony and Steph, both the DevRels from Polygon, and more will be added over time. You can find judging criteria, which is something you can refer to as you build your project. And of course, in addition to the prize pool, you'll be able to find more information about what you will receive if you win this hackathon, or if you're one of the best projects, including exclusive access to an invite-only Polygon chat, additional support from the Polygon Labs team related to marketing, business development, and capital markets, village vouchers, opportunity to participate in deep dives with other Polygon ecosystem projects, and much more. If you scroll over to the bounties tab, you'll see even deeper information related to each bounty. This is where you should come to understand what the bounties are, to get an idea about what to build, and to really find yourself some direction as you begin to participate in this hackathon. You can see bounties related to account abstraction, related to using Circle's APIs, and more. There's also IFSCA bounties in the second tab here. There is a lot of detail here, so it's been given their separate tab. If you are interested in participating in this bounty, please find all of the relevant information here as well. And of course, on the Biddles tab, you'll see we got some early submissions already, but this is where you're going to be able to find all of the Biddles that have applied to the hackathon, and all of their relevant information here as well. And you can filter via bounty on the left-hand side. But I'm sure what you're all wondering, if you haven't used DoraHacks platform before, is how do I actually submit a project to this hackathon? And that's a great question. And how you do it is with this orange button right here that says Submit Biddle. So what you'll do is you'll click Submit Biddle. And for most of you, unless you have a previous biddle that you've modified to fit the eligibility requirements of this hackathon, you'll be wanting to create a new biddle, a new project for this hackathon. So you'll click this button right here, and you'll be taken to this page. This is basically how you submit a project profile to the DoraHacks platform. So I'll just walk you through this real quick. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. What you'll do is enter the project name. I'll just put test project for now. You'll attach a logo for your project. And for right here, and for the project source, obviously it's hackathon. You can type in Polygon DevX. For tech tree, obviously, most likely it's going to be crypto Web3. For category, it'll be whatever your project is. If it's a DeFi project, you can select this. And these are all just hashtags, by the way. This is so people can search our platform via hashtags to find your biddle. So it's a way of categorizing them. But if you get it wrong, or like if you accidentally click NFT, but you're submitting a DeFi project, don't worry. Like everyone will know that it's actually a DeFi project. This is just a hashtag, and these can be updated at any time. So probably for where like infrastructure where you're currently deployed, it's going to be one of the Polygon options, or it could be other, whatever you want it to be. Once again, it's just hashtags. Here you'll put a tagline of your project, which, as it says, is just a very concise description of your overall vision, like NFT marketplace with evolving metadata or something like that would be a good example of a tagline. In biddle description, this is where you put a much more detailed description of your project. This little type form box here supports all different types of HTML formats. So if you want to attach graphs, you want to attach images, you want to have different fonts, graphs, tables, etc., you'll be able to do that all here. Further down, you'll see Telegram for biddle verification. We'll request that you attach your Telegram. That way we can verify with you that your project has been submitted, and verify that like a real person submitted this project. This, of course, is also how we'll be reaching out to you if you're selected to participate in any of the demo days, or if you're selected as a winner. We can also request that you put a Discord username and a WhatsApp or WeChat if you have one as well. This is all very helpful. Right here in team members this is the point where you add your team members and say who's on your team. So if I'm building a project and I want to invite my coworker Chris as a team member to my project, I would just type in his email here. This would pop up. I would click this button and he'll get an email inviting him to join your project as a team member. Down here is where you would put like all of your team information. Like I just mentioned, I just invited Chris, say he is the UX guy. I would do like Chris, UX engineer or whatever your team information is, put it all here, and your relevant experience would be great. Further down, this is where I was mentioning before, please attach the GitHub repo for your project. And then on demo, this is where you would post like either just the demo of your project, which is either a website or some type of application. And then demo video is a video of yourself walking through the project. So it's similar to a demo, but it's a little bit more involved. It's a little bit more of a presentation. Attaching a demo video is very, very helpful. I would also recommend creating a Twitter page for your project. If you want, you can add that here. And Facebook, you might not have that. It's totally optional, but that would be the last thing to add. Once you do all of that, you're going to click I agree to the user agreement right here, and then you'll hit submit BIDL and back. And this is a very important thing to remember, because what you've just done when you click submit BIDL and back is you've just submitted your project profile to the DoraHacks platform, but you haven't actually used that project profile to apply for the Polygon DevX Hackathon yet. All you've done is create the project profile. So you'll click submit profile, you'll click submit BIDL and back. And once you've done this, it will take you back to this screen right here. And now where you see it says apply with existing BIDL, when you click this box right here, it says no options available now. But once you've just done what's on the previous step, you'll see your BIDL here and you'll be able to click it. And then you'll get to click select which bounties you're actually applying for. It could be 1 bounty, it could be 3, it could be 4, etc. You'd select which bounties you are applying for. You'd click agree to the participant agreement again, and then you'd click submit. So now at this point, you've officially used the BIDL you just created at the previous step and taken it and applied specifically to this Polygon hackathon. And once you've done this, once the project has been verified on the back end that it's a legit project, it can take anywhere from 24 to 48 hours. At that point, it will be made visible on this page here. And then you will have been submitted and you're officially applied to the hackathon. So that's all I wanted to share on our platform. If you have any additional questions on that, please reach out in the chat. I'm happy to help. So now that I've kind of walked through our platform a bit, I would love to invite Jordy from Polygon to the stage to discuss the ethos of Polygon builders community and the importance of the hackathon.
Hello everybody. Well, as you know, I'm Jordi Belina. I'm the technical lead at Polygon ZK and one of the co-founders of Polygon. And yeah, well, mainly Polygon, what it is what we are doing is mainly scaling Ethereum, scaling blockchains. At the end, what we want is to bring this amazing technology to as many people as we can. This is technology, as all of you know, is very new. It's a decentralized technology. This technology is about common goods. So it's a technology that you can have applications that they are not maintained. We don't have like a root access. I mean, they are applications that live there, that are there, that the humans can use it, and they are public goods, that they don't belong to anybody, but at the same time, they belong to everybody. Okay, and this technology, I mean, this blockchain technology allowed to have this kind of applications. Money or currencies is just a first example, but there are thousands of examples that you can build thinking with this mindset, this decentralization mindset. The problem of this technology is that it doesn't scale well because it's based in the consensus, and as you know, consensus doesn't scale well, okay? And in the Polygon ZKVM, mainly what we are doing is just trying to solve this scalability thing. We are using mainly zero knowledge proof, or if you want, validity proofs. This technology is amazing technology that allow us to verify the results of a computation without having to run the computation again. Okay? With that, I mean, you can have blockchains that scale, and this is the technology that allows us to scale, to bring this technology to everywhere in the to all the humans, because it scales theoretically infinitely. And the cool thing of the ZKVM, and this is probably the big thing, is that ZKVM is Ethereum equivalent. I mean, deploying something on Ethereum ZKVM is exactly the same that deploying it in the Polygon POS or deploying it in the Ethereum mainnet. You just get, you just connect your MetaMask to or your favorite wallet to the ZKVM, and then you can deploy the smart contracts, you can run transactions, you can do everything that you can do. With two differences, is that it scales and it's cheap. Here, I mean, what I want to mention is right now the costs of the Polygon ZKVM. It's right now it's 10 times less expensive. It's 10% the cost of the mainnet. Okay, it's still a little bit more expensive than Polygon POS, but we expect that in the upcoming month we can have easily a 50x improvement. So that can be, we need to see the demand and so on, but this can be like a 50x reduction of price in the next half a year, in the next month. Okay, so that's an important moment to start thinking in these applications, because we are at this point where the applications start to scale. Okay, so this is the ethos at the end of Polygon. Is the same ethos that Ethereum is, that's just bringing this technology to the people and to solve people. As engineers, our goal is to solve problems to the people and just using this technology for solving these problems.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Jordi. Really appreciate that insight. I think now would be a great time to pivot over to Steph from Polygon to dive into the Polygon bounties and maybe even introduce some previous Polygon bounty winners. Steph, please come up to the stage. Welcome.
Thanks, Brian. I'm just sharing my screen to show you all the bounties that we've got for this hackathon. Like Jordi said, we've got great infrastructure and we've built ZK EVM and POS, so you can build on either of those solutions or Polygon ID. But let's get into the bounties so that you know what you're winning in exchange for doing these awesome builds. We at Polygon Labs are giving away $50,000 in bounties. The first one is $20,000 for the Next Up Startup Prize. And this is going to go to the projects that we think have the best unicorn potential. So a lot of Web3 projects started at hackathons, including Orb, which is a social app on Lens Protocol, Superfluid, which lets you do kind of streaming of payments, and Push Protocol for different push notifications for projects. So we want to see you all build the next generation of startups. So this can be any type of project on top of ZK EVM, POS, or Polygon ID, and it could be an infrastructure project, DeFi, social, privacy, or app layer. So basically anything built with Polygon technology. And to qualify for this prize, you just have to show and tell us what you built, and also talk a little bit about your business plan and your roadmap post-hackathon, so that we understand what you'll be using this money to fund as you continue building. So that's the first really exciting one. That's $20,000. And then we have three different $10,000 prizes. The first one is $10,000 for the best cross-chain dApp utilizing the Polygon ZK EVM LXLY bridge. You can see some more code examples that are linked here to kind of understand how to use that bridge. But the Polygon ZK EVM team also put together a couple ideas of what they'd love to see built. So check out any of those. If you have other cross-chain ideas, we'd love to see those too. So that's the first $10,000 prize. Next one is for the best use of Polygon ID for privacy preserving dApp. So Polygon ID is a DID solution that lets you create verifiable credentials to give to different users for any type of thing. So it could be for KYC, it could be to prove some aspect of your social presence. But the point of it is to be super privacy preserving, because that's another thing that Web3 can be awesome for, preserving your privacy and using ZK proofs to prove different pieces of your identity. So create a next generation app with Polygon ID to win up to $10,000 for that second prize. And again, the Polygon ID team gave us some ideas of things that they'd love to see. So maybe you're interested in creating anonymous one-time DAO member voting, or a social proof, bot protection, or kind of like proof of personhood. Any type of thing like that would be a great hack on Polygon ID. And then the last thing is $10,000. And it's a UX award for the best dApp with account abstraction. So the introduction of account abstraction has been awesome because you can create more Web 2-like experiences while leveraging all of the amazing things about Web3. So create some kind of dApp. It could be either a public good or a decentralized social media app, DAO tool, literally anything on Polygon POS or Polygon ZK EVM that utilizes account abstraction, either to bundle transactions or to be a paymaster so that your users don't pay gas. And then within the README of your project, explain all of those UX optimizations that you made. And we suggested a couple different account abstraction SDKs that you can use. You can use Alchemies, Biconomies, or Safe Cores. Some of these support Polygon ZK EVM, and some of them just have POS support. So depending on what chain you choose, you can choose the SDKs accordingly. But I think that was an overview of our $50,000 in prizes. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us on Discord, and we're more than willing to help with your projects. Okay, thanks, Brian. I'll pass it off to the next prize sponsor.
Thank you so much, Steph. Very, very detailed overview of your bounties. I think that's great. So yeah, that's exactly right. We'll pass it off to your other partner bounties. I would love to welcome Circle to the stage first to go over their protocol project and bounties.
Yeah, thank you. So hello, my name is Blessing Adisiji. So I'm based in the United Kingdom, and I'm the Senior Developer Ecosystem Relations Engineer at Circle. So today I'll be welcoming developers everywhere to the Polygon DevX Hackathon for the EMEA. It's a very wonderful opportunity to build amazing project and innovative project. Just like they say, the beer is for builders. So this is the time to get building. And that's why we at Circle, we are one of the sponsors of the Polygon Hackathon. And if in case you don't know, Circle is one of the sponsor of the hackathon, just like I mentioned, and we are the issuer of the USDC stablecoin, which is a more efficient way to send, spend, and exchange digital money on the internet. And USDC lives natively on 9 blockchain network, which offers a wide varieties and capabilities for developers to build use cases on top of. And we have innovative products such as the Circle Account API, which lets you access stablecoins programmatically for near instant settlement. There's CCTP, which is the cross-chain transfer protocol, a permissionless on-chain utility that facilitates USDC transfer between blockchain network via native burning and minting. And the last but not the least is our new product offering called Programmable Wallet that lets you embed secure wallets in your apps within minutes. So to give a brief overview of the guide of this hackathon, the goal for us at Circle is really simple. For a total bounty size of $10,000 US, the goal is to embed USDC payment into your application. And the guideline of what we're looking forward is that add USDC payment functionality on your app or marketplace, and enable users to choose monthly, daily, or per second streaming, and also enable inbound or outbound payment. This is the important part that I would like to call out, that the criteria for selection is that At Seku, we want projects that are full MVPs that include working code and not just proof of concept that you have in PowerPoint presentation, for example. It's important that the project should be functional, fully functional, and should show functionality in action. We want to understand your thought process. We want you to share with us how you arrive at your solution. So you might include artifacts such as GitHub gist, sketches, discussions, issues, etc. We just want to be able to understand your progress, and also please refrain from doing something like a big one-time pull request. We want to see steady commit of trail of development progress. So as you work on your project, make sure you commit at different interval, different points, so that we understand, okay, how you were able to arrive at your solution all through the development process. And also while you're at it, do let us know any challenges that you faced while integrating the Seku API. Let us know if the documentation is not clear enough. Give us feedback on where to improve, and you can find helpful resources at developers.seku.com. Like I said, I wish everyone good luck as you build. Thank you to everyone, and thank you to Polygon for putting this together, and DoraHacks, and as well as other partners. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Blessing. Really appreciate it. Now I'd love to have Rally Protocol come up to the stage and introduce their project and bounties as well.
Fantastic. Thanks for having us. Are you able to see my screen here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So I want to introduce Rally Protocol. We are a hackathon sponsor. You can get an SDK key at app.rallyprotocol.com. And we are a React Native mobile SDK and transaction infrastructure that makes every mobile developer, a blockchain developer. Our SDK and infrastructure is nonprofit, free to use, and open source. And one of the big problems that we're solving is, like, why in crypto are we developing like it's 1999? Everyone's developing on desktop, but every single person listening to this probably writes code on their desktop or their laptop and nothing else, right? You're using Instagram on your phone, you're using Twitter on your phone, you're using TikTok on your phone, you're using your banking apps on your phone. And so, number one, why are we building on desktop? Why do we require people to click out to a third-party wallet? Why do we require people to go and buy gas and then come back to your app? So before they can even get started, they've got to do all of these steps. And so what the Rally Protocol SDK and infrastructure does is it allows you as a mobile developer to control your user experience. If you want a user to submit a transaction, that transaction gets submitted through a submit button within your app that you present to your user. They don't bounce out. They don't have to do anything else. And most users, if we're trying to get 1 billion users onto the blockchain, don't know what gas is. And so why require them to go get native tokens from an exchange? And so our transaction infrastructure enables gasless transactions for anyone using the SDK. In terms of the hackathon, we are sponsoring $10,000 in bounties, and that is broken down by 4 $2,500 prizes. We're also delivering additional Rally token bounties to other projects, and every single project that's built using Rally Protocol will get 10,000 transactions paid for by us. Some things that we'd love to see developers build would be novel uses of mobile APIs with crypto primitives. So using the camera natively in a blockchain-enabled app, location natively, and the gyroscope natively in a blockchain, mobile blockchain app would be fantastic. Our SDK creates EOAs that are non-custodial on the device. And so we'd love to see folks use the device EOAs that we create as a signer or an interface to other smart contract wallets, such as Safe, Soul Wallet, etc. And then we'd love to see people write a gas station network client in Node, Ruby, Java for sending transactions to our relayer from other contexts. Let's see here. This is just a QR code that takes you to app.rallyprotocol.com. On Twitter, we are at Rally Protocol. And then we have a Discord for any developers that want technical help at discord.gg/RLY network. So looking forward to seeing sort of the next generation of fully native mobile apps on chain and having Rally Protocol power them for you guys. Thanks.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And now Trust Wallet team and IFSCA were not able to join us live. So I will just briefly share my screen again and just show you their bounties for any developers interested in submitting to those tracks. As I mentioned earlier, IFSCA has some very detailed bounties. So they have their own specific tab on the hackathon page. So just make sure their bounties are not found on this tab. They have their own tab. And you'll be able to find all of the information related to them here. But essentially, IFSCA stands for the International Financial Services Centers Authority, and it is a unified regulatory authority vested with the powers of all 4 financial sector regulators in India. Basically, the aim of the IFSCA is to provide an efficient and facilitative regulatory system comparable with the best in the world that is complemented with complete ease of doing business to develop themselves as a global hub for international financial services. So this is a very unique and very exciting bounty partner. We're incredibly excited to have them join the Polygon DevX Hackathon. And as you can see, if you're interested for developing anything on one of their bounties, you can find out about some of the use cases they've given here related to supply chain financing, carbon credit traceability, and bond issuance. They also have very specific eligibility requirements for this bounty hackathon. And then they go over their prize pool here as well. So just make sure if you're interested in submitting to this bounty, you navigate to this tab and you'll find all the information here. And then of course, the one of the other bounties is for Trust Wallet. They are supplying $10,000 prize pool for their bounties, obviously related to their product, but their specific bounties are still being developed by the team. They're going to be very exciting, and they'll be uploaded on our website quite shortly. So please be sure just to check back in very frequently if you're interested in developing any applications for Trust Wallet, as all the information will be posted here momentarily. Okay, so with that being said, I'd love to return actually to Aman from Polygon team to discuss what's next, what happens for the winning builders, and maybe share a little bit about Polygon Connect as well.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Hey everyone, I'm here back again. So can I just present my screen for once?
Yes, please feel free.
Yeah, absolutely. So
okay, we can see. Aman, if you're speaking, you may have accidentally muted yourself because we can't hear.
Can you hear me now? I think I'm presenting my screen, so I cannot actually do that. Okay, it's fine. So so I was talking about the what after winning the hackathon. So one of the major things that any hacker would require after building out their first MVP projects and winning the bounties in the hackathon is more extended support from any ecosystem to showcase their idea and to raise funds and talk to more VCs and make connections. So as a part of phase 3 of the EMEA DevX Global Tour, we have Polygon Connect, which will be hosted in Berlin in September. And a few of the 5 winners out of all the winners will be invited to Polygon Connect Berlin and will be given 10-minute slot, each one of them, to present in front of VCs and the other developers and other industry leaders who will be visiting Polygon Connect Berlin. This will be happening around DAppCon for sure. We are still deciding on the date. It could be September 14 or 16 September. So just after announcing the bounty winners, we'll be reaching out to 5 top winners and we'll be inviting them to Polygon Connect Berlin. And we'll be hosting their stay as well for the duration. So we'll like make sure to grab this chance, like walk towards this chance. This is like one of the things that not everyone get, and directly it kind of like gives you an opportunity to directly interact and connect with the VCs and other industry leaders and take forward and get the feedbacks basically from the industry leaders and take forward your projects to the next level and go on to launch your project, scale it down to the next unicorn built on Polygon ecosystem. So I'm super excited for the hackathon. Thanks to all the partners and Brian and DoraHacks team to help us bring this together and make this possible for us to reach out to the new developer X in the ecosystem and make the ecosystem bigger. Thank you.
Thanks, Aman. Next, I'd love to welcome Presence, the Polygon Guild Mage of London, up to the stage to chat about community involvement and Polygon Guild's commitment to supporting developers all over Europe. Welcome.
Hi, everyone. Thanks. I'm Presence. I recently joined Polygon to help with the guild in London. Recently, we did our first event, which was really, really cool. So just like an introduction of what Polygon guilds are. Essentially, we organize meetups every 1.5 to 2 months, where developers, enthusiasts, creatives come together. We're all interested in the same when it comes to like building and learning in Web3, and also curiosity of like Polygon. Either we're building in Polygon already or we're like new to Polygon. We've got a really diverse community. So I organize the ones in London, but I think one's happening in Leeds as well, and it's going to expand across Europe, where we bring together minds from across the globe. We've got the team kind of flying over to the events. We all have different perspectives, skills, experiences, and we kind of come together in person to encourage each other to be creative and innovative. We focus on attracting developers to come together in person. We do workshops, like technical workshops, to help people like learn how to build on Polygon, but we also kind of talk a bit about like the non-tech aspects as well, and always have the networking when it comes to meetups. So yeah, our community is based on respect, support, mutual growth. We want to create an environment that's nurturing, welcoming, and empowering for people, so that everyone's voice, every idea is valuable. Everyone who wants to contribute to the meetups are more that much appreciated. And other than just like creating, we also emphasize on like learning. That's kind of where we come together, and we listen to talks and panels from founders who are also building on Polygon. So it's kind of like an in-person knowledge hub where we can come together in person and learn. And yeah, if anyone gets a chance to come to any guild meetups, I'll definitely recommend, because personally I really like connecting with people in person. It's much kind of better in my opinion, but at the same time virtual events are also really cool. So that's kind of like I hope it was okay, like a brief introduction of what Polygon Guilds is about, but it's mainly bringing two people together in person and learning together in person.
Awesome. No, that was great. Thank you, Presence. I'd also at this point like to invite Sharon to the stage to also talk a little bit about community involvement. Welcome, Sharon.
Hey, welcome. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. So I'm super proud to be here in this opening ceremony. I want to thank the partners, Trust Wallet, Circle, ETH Global, Rally Protocol, and Fala Network, of course, that enabling this amazing hackathon. So I'm part of the Polygon Guild, working from Amsterdam. We are doing also Madrid and Barcelona and Lisbon, and there are of course other cities. And I think this is what's great about Polygon. It's really community driven, and like in London, same principle. The whole idea is to support you in real life. It's where you can connect, meet your next co-founder. I've seen it many times, grow, learn. So see it as the extension of the hackathon. I think the hackathon is just the beginning. Tap into the local communities, search for local guilds. If you want to open one, want to join, I really believe it's the best opportunity in Europe. Polygon is the most active community in Europe, offering a lot of things for founders, focusing really on founders and builders. We're working on new initiatives, so stay tuned. The real agenda is to how to support projects, founders to get to the next level of growth. This is what we are all busy with. Super happy to be here. If you want to connect with me or another guild, please feel free. Search on Google or just Discord, and we will find your way to a local event. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sharon. Really appreciate you joining the opening ceremony as well. So at this point, I mean, that covers most of the content for the opening ceremony and the hackathon as well. I'll take this opportunity to share a little bit about the closing ceremony as well, which is something you can look forward to at the conclusion of this hackathon. If it wasn't stated before, this hackathon is a month long. It began 2 days ago. Today is the official kickoff, and it will run through the 31st of August. And at that point, there'll be a judging period, obviously, for the top projects, and the judge will get involved. There might be a slew of live demo days that could potentially get scheduled. And then, of course, there will be the closing ceremony around that time as well, which is when we will invite all of the winning projects to join a final ceremony. We will announce the winners, and all of the winners will be able to join us on the closing ceremony, say anything that they have in mind, say like any comments they want to say to the audience at that time, and of course, demo their winning project. And this will also be live streamed in a very similar fashion as today's session. So just wanted to put that all on your radar as something to look forward to at the end of this hackathon. We're super excited to be able to host that when it comes. And of course, we're very excited just to be hosting this hackathon in general. As I mentioned, there's already been some very interesting and promising projects that applied. So if you have an idea, if you want to participate, don't wait, get started building. You only have a month, which sounds like a long time, but there is obviously some very compelling projects that are going to be building. So definitely take advantage of the time you have to connect with other developers, ask around in the DoraHacks Discord or Polygon Discord or the Polygon Telegram community chat. That's in the details of the hackathon page. If you're looking for a team or already have a team and would like to add some members, that's the best place to do it. Take advantage of all of the developer resources that Polygon and the co-sponsors have provided for this hackathon, and get started. And once again, please feel free to reach out to myself or Polygon or any of the co-sponsors if you have any questions. I'm sure everyone would be very willing to help you out in any way possible. So just want to reiterate my appreciation and thanks for all of our hosts for joining the opening ceremony today, for all of the audience for joining the opening ceremony as well. And with that being said, the hackathon has begun. We're very excited to see your projects. And if there's no final comments from anyone else on the stage today, we can conclude the opening ceremony.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks, Brian, for covering it.
Thanks, Aman. Yeah, thanks, Blessing. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Sharon.
Thank you. Bye.
Pleasure. Good luck, everyone.
Good luck.
Bye, everyone. Thanks again.
Ciao.